morning, boys and girls. I'll be taking a new chapter after the unit test. We are resuming our classes. You are going to get one question from this chapter is known as array. A-R-R-A-Y. Formerly it was called as subscripted variables. These days hardly people use this term. Boys and girls, this chapter is very, very important. One question you are going to get from HSC 2021. Even we are going to do at least 5 to 6 programs. God willing, one of them will strike in your board examination. So this chapter, where we are going to do 5 or 6 programs, that requires an intense practice. I repeat over and again, boys and girls, programming is far tougher than so-called mathematics. At least somebody is there to help you mathematics, but this subject is purely technical. So hence I request you, if there is a program, okay, listen once or twice this video, keep practicing it. Right? Today I am going to introduce a topic called as array, A-R-R-A-Y. What is an array? An array of ants we call. Okay, array means group of them in a organized way is called as an array. I'll give you an example, you will understand very fast. There's a term called as mob, M-O-B. Okay, an array of people passing, the array of people, that is passing out parade, pop we call, passing out parade. Here is also, mob is also a group of people. What you call the parade is also a group of people. There's a difference. Mob is not organized, whereas parade is group of people, but they are well organized. Exactly here also. Group of individual elements of similar type, of similar data type is known as an array. I repeat again. What is the difference between a normal single variable and array variable? I'll let you know. For example, what is the value of Z is? 108. Right? If I try to store the value of some other value in Z, the whole value goes off. If it is the same lowercase z, the old value 108 goes off, the new value remains in the RAM, in the memory. Agree or not? For instance, in the next step, what do I do is, Z is equal to Z plus 25. Whatever may be the value of Z, which is 108, gets substituted 108 plus 25 will be 133. Two values of Z were there. First it was 108, the second one is 133. When you print the value, what is the latest value of Z will be 133. It cannot hold the old value. Old value is overwritten, means 108 gets wiped off. The value of Z right now is 133. What I am trying to tell you, it's called a single variable. It can hold only one value. If you try to put second value, the old value goes off, the latest value remains. That's what we call it as a single variable or simple variable. Those days, it was called a subscripted variable. A new term has been given for the last almost 20 years. It's called as an array. What is an array? A group of similar data type. Right? For example, recently you wrote unit test, right? Recently you wrote unit test. You have 10 subjects. Every child has got 10 subjects. Imagine there are 100 of them are there in ICSE 2021. How many students are going to appear next year? 100 of them. Each student has got how many subjects? 10 subjects. Right? 10 into 100. Every unit test, term test, this first term, unit test and term test of second term, and third term. Every year we have 5 examinations. This year is exceptional. Forget about it. Each student will be appearing 5 different types of 10 papers. First unit test, first term. Second unit test, second term, and third term. Combined together, make it yearly average. What I am trying to do is each student has got 10 marks. So 5 tests are there. 5 to 10 will be how much? 50. Each student has got 50. And there are 100 students are there. So every year, every class, voluminous data are there, we cannot use. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. 10 variables, A to J. A to E and F to J. 10, each student has got 10 variables. A, B, C, D. For example, first subject, second subject, third subject, fourth subject, that is 10. How many variables will they give? Thousands and thousands of variables we have to give, and we, the programmer, will not be able to remember what variable did we give. To handle similar type of data, do not use the simple or single variable, instead use the array. Array means, what the definition of the array is? Group of similar continuous data type. I'll let you know. Just I'll give an example, you'll come to know. Let me define this. Group of similar data elements are known as an array. You can have a group of integers. You can have a group of floating point values. You can have a group of double precision values. You can have a group of strings. You can have a group of characters. And so many data types you have, right? 8 of them are there. Array is a reference data type. I'll let you know what is the representation. Now, I'll give you an example. Here I give Z, right? Now, you have, I'll give one more example. You have 10 subjects. 10 subject means all of them will be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Per student, per term, you have 10. How many per student? How many in a year? How many examinations are there? 5 examinations are there. First unit test, first term. Second unit test, second term. And final term. So 50 into 10, 5 into 10 will be 50 variables. And 50 students are there. 50 into 2500 will be there. It's very, very difficult to give this name like this. Instead of using this, what do I do is, I use like this. I am teaching you right away. This is called as declaring an array. What does this statement mean? You have a variable called as A, followed by open and close square bracket. The moment you put open and close square bracket, it's an array. It's an array, right? All of them of an integer array means which can hold only the integer value. What do you mean by integer? Number without decimal points. Number without decimal point is known as an integer. What does it mean? From left to right I come. I have a variable called as what? A. If I do not have, it can hold only one value. Instead, I give you a open and close square bracket. What does it mean? I am using a variable called as A, which is an array. If I put one pair of bracket, it's called as one-dimensional array. For example, I have like this, 2 sets of square bracket, means 2-dimensional array. Okay, new is the keyword which creates, which reserves, which allocates space in your memory. What does it do? Integer A, which is an array, I am reserving New is a keyword, one of the 48 keywords. So what does it do? It reserves. How many spaces does it reserves? 10 spaces. All of them happens to be integer. In short, what does this mean? Computer allocates, reserves. How many spaces? A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, up to A of 9. Please don't write A of 10 because I am starting from 0, mind you. Always arrays must begin, or it begins always from 0, not from 1. You and I have the habit of counting from 1, but Java always, your array always begins from 0. Imagine 0 to 10 means 11 elements will be there. That's the reason I wrote 0 to 9. What does it mean? In your RAM, computer reserves how many values? 10 values. Each one. All of them is referenced as A. All of them are called as A of 0, A of 1. What you give within the square bracket, that is known as subscript or index we call. These days they use the term called as index. Formerly it was called as subscript. What do you mean by that? This is the 0th element of array A. This is the 9th element of array A. This is the 3rd element of array A. This is the 1st element of array A. For example, I write, I wanted to access the 26th element, A of 25. Mind you, 25 means starts from 0, not from 1. So 26th element. How many elements did I declare? 10 of them. But I tried to use an index of 25. Immediately an error message will be flashed saying that array out of bound. Most dangerous error message. Array out of bound. What do you mean by that? You try to access an element which doesn't exist at all. Right? For example, I'll give an example, you'll understand very fast. Oh, can you see there? Look at there. There is a white crow. How can be a crow can be white in color? Right? Unless it's bleached. So there is no, but you're trying to refer something which is not there. Which is unreal or imaginary. Right? Now in this case what happens is, I define an array called as A which will have only 10 elements. 0 to 9 only I can use. If I try to use more than 9, what would be the error message? The error message would be array out of bound. Array out of bound. What do you mean by that? You try to access some value which doesn't exist. Right? Now, this is called as a subscripted variables or an array. After a variable, if we have only one pair of square bracket, is known as one-dimensional array. After a variable, if we have two sets of square bracket, is known as two-dimensional array. If we have three something they say, let's say it. After a variable, if we have three square pair of square brackets, it's known as three-dimensional. If you have four, it's four-dimensional. If you have five, five-dimensional. Java can handle n-dimensional array and multiple dimensional array. One dimension you can have, you can use two-dimensional, you can use three-dimensional, you can use four-dimensional, five-dimensional and so on. right? So Java can handle n-dimensional array, but in your syllabus, you have one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. That's it, right? Let's not do the beyond the scope of our syllabus. We'll be doing some problems on one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. Mind you, boys and girls, I am going to give a small exercise to you. How many of you listened to this lecture? I want to test you. You guys have my number, right? You have my WhatsApp number, right? You have forwarded the unit test papers. The same number, you are going to forward a small piece of work. It's a homework to you. It's no writing, nothing. You have to sit on your table, study table. At least for 15 minutes you have to do this job. I want to test you, are you listening to me or not? I am going to take a note of it. Right? Same thing I did in class 12. The response was very, very poor. Now let me check with you guys. Right? What is that exercise? Simple. Beginning of your textbook. Beginning of your textbook, you have a prescribed syllabus. Right? Beginning of this textbook, you have a prescribed syllabus for 2021. Because of this outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, the council has, because no regular classes, we have only the remote classes, that is virtual classes. So they have slashed down, they have reduced the syllabus by 25%. 1/4 has been taken out. That you are aware and I am also aware. This is what I wanted to tell you. Please hear me carefully. I must get this reply by Monday evening. Right? I suppose this video will be released on Monday. I want you to listen this lecture on the same day and reply to me. What is the reply? The reply is beginning of this page, soon after the content, you have a syllabus. The current updated syllabus is there in your web portal. Okay, concerned teacher. Take that one and this book syllabus. What has been taken out? What has been reduced? Take a pencil, strike it off in this syllabus, click the photograph and forward to me. If I should get the reply on Monday evening, so that I can conclude that you are attending my classes regularly. I have a syllabus. I have the syllabus, very much I have syllabus. But just to test you, okay, don't circulate in your class group. Oh, sir is asking this, so forward it. No. What I want to do is you personally check the syllabus which is there and the reduced syllabus. What is not there, strike it out in the pencil, click that photograph and forward to me. That's what it is. The simplest exercise one can give. I am looking forward to your answer on Monday. It is by evening. Okay, boys and girls? Right. Now let me recapitulate what has been done. Today I am going to tell you what is definition of an array, what is the need for an array, how do we declare the array and how do we initialize the array. Fourth concept we have done, I am going to tell you right now. Then I am going to. What did you do? An array. Look at page number 177. That is what the chapter number 7, arrays. They give the intro. An array is a collection of variables. An array is a collection of, what is the collection of variables? All of them are A. Collection of variables of the same type. All of them are integers. All of them are integers. All of them are integers. All of them are same name. Okay, but it's of a continuous memory spaces and referenced by a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 9. Up to 9. Right? This, the number what you give within the square bracket is known as an index or subscript. S-U-B-S-C-R-I-P-T, subscript. Okay? This, the file, always starts from 0. What the last number is? It's up to your need. If you are handling 10 numbers, you put 10. If you want to handle 1,000, you can put 1,000. If you are handling 50 numbers, you put 50. So, this is what the declaration of an array. First, I told you what is the definition of an array. An array is a collection of variables of the same data type which are referenced by a common name. All of them have a common name. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4, A of 9. Which varies? The number which is given within the square bracket alone varies. What you put within the square bracket has to be an integer. You cannot have a decimal point. Okay? That number is known as an index or a subscript. Index or subscript. Right? Why do we require an array? If you can handle group of data concurrently, simultaneously you can use it. For example, a student has got 10 marks. All the 10 marks, instead of using A, B, C, D up to I, A to I can use only one variable. All of them will be in the RAM. I can use them simultaneously for my manipulation. Okay, that's the reason we use the array. If I want to use an array, that array has to be either initialized or that array has to be defined. You cannot use like A, B, C, D. If you are using a variable A, B, C, D, first you must say integer, float, double. You must say A, B, C, D, then only you use it. If I use straight away a variable called Z without declaring them, then it flashes an error message saying that undefined variable. Here, even in array, if I wanted to make use of an array, that array needs to be either initialized or declared. Now I am teaching you how to declare the array. Array of different types. You can have integers, you can have array of floating point values, array of double, array of strings, array of characters. Variety of values can be stored in an array depending upon it again the need. Now if you have 40 friends, all the friends' name can be stored. For example, string, string, string. Okay, name of 0 is the first friend's name, second friend's name, third friend's name, fourth, fifth, like this, 0 to 49. How many friends are there? 50 names can be stored. Where, because you declare a string, you can store only the names, string value you can store. If you have float, you can store the float value. If you have double, you can store the double precision value. Right? So, whenever you declare the array, this is how it should be. This is the array name. The moment you put after the variable name, if you put open and close bracket, it's a one-dimensional array. If you have two of the square brackets, it's two-dimensional array. If there are three of them, it's three-dimensional. If there are four-dimensional, five-dimensional. How many dimensions can you use in Java? Java can handle n-dimensional array. That is multiple dimensional array can use. But in your ICSE syllabus, you have one dimension and two dimension. Right? One dimension and two dimension. Right. This is the type of the array. Type of the array means what does it mean? I am going to store only the integer value. New is the keyword. Integer A of open and close square bracket is equal to new. New is the keyword which reserves in the RAM, which allocates how many spaces? It's 10 integer spaces it reserves like this. So 10 values, whatever you give, it gets stored here. So this is called as defining an array. Declaring an array or defining an array. Right? Now, the last concept of the day is how do I initialize the array? Here I go. Please note, this is called as declaring an array. I declare an array. Here, I initialize an array. What do you mean by that? I have an array called as B, right, which is full of integers. So this becomes B of 0 is 41, B of 1 is 73, B of 2 is 88, B of 4 is -4, B of 5 is 0, B of 6 is 1008, B of 7 is 9, B of 8 is 6. So 0 to 8, how many of them are there? What the length of the array is? 9. How many elements are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 0 to 7. How many of them are there? Right. So this array, here, it reserves the space. Whatever we the user want, we can store, we can input. But in this case, I already, I'm sorry, I already initialized the value. What do you mean by initializing? This would be the 0th element of B. B of 0 is 41, B of 1 is 73, B of 2 is 88, B of 3 is -4, B of 4 is 0, B of 5 is 108, B of 6 and B of 7. So this is called as declaring an array. This is, and we better copy down your notebook, boys and girls. Initializing an array. Initializing an array. Let me tell you what did I do. I will sum it up. Today, I told you what is the definition of array, what is the need of the array, how do we initialize the array, and how do we declare an array. 4 concepts we have done. Next class we will do the program. I repeat again, Monday evening I should be getting the photograph of the syllabus which is there in the beginning of your textbook. What has been chopped off by the council in the recent notification, strike it out with the pencil, click the photograph and send to me on the tomorrow Monday itself, so that I can conclude you are attending my classes regularly. Take care, boys and girls. Bye bye.